Hush now, my beloved one. I see the quiet strength within you, the very peace others mistook for idleness or a lack of fight. I know the confusion that settled when your unwavering presence stirred such unease in those around you. They believed they understood the ground they stood upon, but they did not grasp the subtle shift your spirit brought to the unseen realm itself. There are currents in that hidden space, my child, that react to true inner command, to a spirit forged not by acclaim, but by quiet endurance today. I will reveal how your deepest trials became your greatest declaration, and why your simple existence became a testament far more powerful than any words. Understand this. You are not just enduring. You are radiating. And I have more to show you about the profound effect of that radiant truth. They sought to disregard you because they were unable to grasp your true self. They intended to restrict you within their narrow view of existence, yet through that very endeavor, they unveiled their own condition, not yours. They showed their spiritual lack, their persistent hurts, their hesitation toward truth. They were unready to meet a spirit who needed no outside validation, who did not perform for others' attention, who held true inner command without desiring praise. They could not recognize the seasoned spirit before them, because their own inner selves had not completed their foundational development. They discovered through hardship, my child, that you have no need to retaliate against anyone. You simply need to remain firm through their actions. You did not raise your voice. You did not openly condemn them. You collected no evidence nor devised any vengeance. You simply stood unyielding. And for a spirit like yours, remaining unyielding was not idleness. It was strength in its clearest form. They expected your ruin. They imagined you would respond with fury, lose your peace, and become the opponent they always depicted you as. But instead, you carried on your path. You continued to heal. You continued to shine. And this is what causes them unease presently. They are beginning to grasp you never needed to fight back, because your very existence was a holy declaration. Your enduring calm after all they inflicted upon you speaks more forcefully than any words you could have spoken. It showed they held no true power over who you are. All their actions, from spreading falsehoods to attempts at dominance and assaults on your inner spirit, proved ineffective against the safeguarding around your being. Now, the quiet strength they once perceived as weakness addresses them with more impact than any accusation ever could. Indeed, my beloved one, those who journey with me receive a safeguarding that eliminates any desire for them to pursue vengeance. My divine care handles it. My precious child, your unwavering presence alone has unveiled what was hidden, without you needing to strive. As they observe your flourishing, their deceptions steadily unravel. The deeper your inner quiet becomes, the greater their internal turmoil intensifies. They now face their own regret, uncertainty, and the spiritual weight of their choices. This stems not from any malice on your part, but because plain truth holds its own might, and your very presence testifies to it. When they sought to trouble your spirit, my beloved, they were in truth touching my own peace. I have no need for elaborate displays. I observe all things, my child, and your journey demonstrates this plainly without a hint of bitterness from your heart. It is a calm, certain testament that you have always rested within my care. Their unease stemmed not from what you spoke, but from your firm stand. Your steady resolve compelled them to examine themselves. For the first time, they had to confront something within their own being, with no one else to fault. You did not merely withstand their deeds, my cherished one. You illuminated their true selves by your quiet endurance. You stirred their reactions because you carried an inner quality they sought to claim in the unseen realm. They were not envious of your outward manner or your circumstances. What they truly yearned for was the inner fortitude you possessed, the profound peace within you, the way your presence subtly changed the very atmosphere. Yet, they were unwilling to pay the price required to hold such a gift. They wanted the outcome without the arduous path, the inner glow without the tempering, my favor without yielding their own will. This state was forged in quiet times, my child. You gained it in periods of solitude, in moments of humility, by listening to my voice when no one else was near, and through inner battles that almost broke you. You did not just pass through hard times, you were formed by them. The unseen reality around you did not come easily. It emerged from within you through hardship. So, when they tried to imitate you, mimicking your actions, your words, your way of being, they did not realize they were stepping into a domain for which they were unprepared. They sought to replicate the outward form without comprehending its profound source. Yet the spiritual realm discerns everything. The established order acknowledged the cost you bore. The moment they sought to claim a spiritual place, not earned, things began to unfold according to my perfect design. For the unseen realm honors truth in the heart, not mere desire. Truth is demonstrated by facing challenges. You wept, you struggled, and you obeyed my direction, my beloved one, even when your entire being longed to stop. This is why what I have placed upon you remains secure. Events unfolded for them, my beloved, not by your request, but because my righteous order requires balance. When any being tries to stand in a spiritual place they have not earned through testing, they step into an unseen space that reacts when entered without my consent. My child, do you observe the outcome for certain individuals among them? Their endeavors lost their strength. They wrestled with an inner restlessness that lingered. The pathways seemed to close, and their spirits found no peace. This occurred because they interfered with matters I had set apart, without being ready themselves. What they saw in you was not just luck or your outward manner. It was an internal reality, a depth I bestow, acquired not through mimicking others, but by surrendering to me repeatedly. When they tried to take your place, my beloved, they not only dishonored you, they showed disregard for me, who shaped you for this very purpose. That is no minor transgression. This is a grave misstep in the unseen, and the spiritual order reacted as it was bound to. Remember, my child, you did not desire attention. You came because I sent you to fulfill a particular task. You needed no public praise, no visible stage, no one else's agreement to show why I sent you. You were not sent for personal acclaim, but to carry out the work I entrusted to you. You did not come displaying outward might. You came carrying out my instruction. And that is why at first they paid you little mind. They missed the spiritual meaning in your quiet dedication. They did not grasp the sacredness in your calm. You did not appear to possess spiritual influence. But that is because real spiritual effect does not call for notice. It moves in harmony with my will. Spiritual authority is not measured by your voice's volume or the number who walk behind you. It is about the reach I give you. It is my permission to bring peace where spirits are disturbed. This is why certain spaces felt uneasy. The instant you appeared, my precious child, no words from you were needed. Your spirit held a truth that stirred what lay concealed. People thought they simply disliked you, but their true response was to the change your presence brought forth. You hold my power to transform the spiritual atmosphere of any place, not because you were taught it openly, but because you were forged by challenges in solitude. This is why the surroundings seem to change around you. It is not your outward form, it is my support. When you come, hidden things are revealed. Existing ways are stirred. People are either troubled or encouraged, but they are never left unchanged. They did not sense a threat from you initially, my beloved one, because you made no demands. You simply walked a unique path. You carried yourself like one who had faced deep trials, yet showed no trace of being overcome. You spoke with quiet assurance, not with pride, and this perplexed them. They were used to noisy people who lacked inner depth. But when they felt the peace, the spiritual wholeness, the quiet power surrounding you, that is when they realized they were meeting more than just a person. You were not merely another person acting in a certain way. You embodied a spiritual reality, dispatched by me, sustained by me, set into purpose. You came not for applause, but to restore balance in the unseen. And by the time they truly grasped this, the opportunity had gone. The spiritual air had already shifted. They tried minor disputes with one who had already faced battles they could not begin to comprehend. They thought you were weak, easily influenced, or overcome. But this was only because they did not understand the profound spiritual fight you endured in solitude. You were contending for your inner quiet, the very heart of your being, your essential self. And not only did you conquer it, my beloved one, you came through with the signs of your trials and a deeper insight into the journey before you. My beloved, your true resilience comes from the path you have walked, not from how you speak, where you stand, or the words you utter. You have already moved past inner struggles that still hold others captive. You have uncovered untruths that others still cling to. You have navigated through significant trials, discovering serenity in the midst of distress, and leaned on me for strength when your burdens were known to no one else, my cherished child. So when they opposed you, my precious child, they were not encountering someone unfamiliar with such challenges. Those you met were unprepared for the deep transformation I had cultivated within you. They sought to guide someone whose inner understanding had already surpassed their own. This was not a fair contest, not because you possessed any inherent advantage, but because challenging experiences had already solidified your spirit. You did not merely react to their narrow viewpoints. Instead, you perceived the deeper spiritual truth behind their actions. When their tone became harsh, you remained steady, for you had already known an inner stillness so profound it could have enveloped you entirely. Their disrespect did not provoke you to strike back, my beloved, because you had already grasped what genuine spiritual tests truly involve. Their actions held no real danger for you. They approached, believing they held an advantage, but they entered a sacred space for which their own spirit was not ready. They supposed they could command you, but I do not permit such endeavors against one I have selected. You are more than one who has simply endured difficulties. Your unwavering resolve has set you apart. When they stirred the spiritual truth within you, they learned a difficult lesson. It is meaningful to face someone who has journeyed through profound darkness and emerged with a quiet, lasting strength. It was not praise that shaped you, but hardship, and this is the aspect of you for which they were completely unready. They labeled you arrogant, my child, but what they truly sensed was the inner strength I established inside you. Their accusation of arrogance was not because you spoke highly of yourself. It was because you refused to diminish your presence. You did not lessen the light within you to make them more comfortable. You did not falter in your personal beliefs to suit their lack of assurance. You communicated with clear insight. You moved with calm assurance. And you filled every space as if it belonged to you, my cherished one, even when you were the most misjudged person present. This particular trait sufficed for those who do not perceive spiritual truths to deem you immoderate. However, the reality is, their reaction was not to pride. They were reacting to the spiritual standing I have granted you. True spiritual fortitude contains an inherent truth that cannot be imitated, copied, or created by human effort. It comes from walking closely with me. It arises from a deep inner release. And this is frequently not comprehended by those who still rely on their external deeds and the approval of others to establish their value. When an individual has not developed their own internal stability, they interpret your quiet assurance as excessive self-regard. Because they do not comprehend the feeling of being truly whole within themselves, my precious one, your very presence can feel like an offense. Simply by existing, you highlighted within them areas they had yet to address. You were not seeking to contend, but just by being present, you altered the spiritual atmosphere of the environment. You were not attempting to overpower, but your fundamental nature revealed their absence of inner spiritual substance. This is the way it is for those I have chosen, my beloved. You do not need to strive to shine. You simply radiate. And this is difficult for those whose understanding of themselves rests on the opinions of others, rather than on my affirmation. You did not act from a place of inflated self-importance. You acted in alignment with the purpose I entrusted to you. You were not preoccupied with being correct. You were anchored in what is real. But they could not discern this distinction because they have never had to confront significant trials to uncover their authentic self. Their self-perception came without struggle. You had to surrender yours deeply. Therefore, my cherished one, you were not arrogant. You were prompted to act. You were certain. You were no longer apologizing for being formed by my touch. And those who failed to grasp this were never reacting to your behavior. They were reacting to the spiritual reality you embodied. You did not trouble them by your words. You troubled them by your very being. And they recognized they could never attain that until they were willing to release their own self-importance. And a number of them remain unready for such a liberation. They sought to engage in superficial interactions with one to whom I have already revealed a broader understanding. True tranquility for your spirit comes from resting in me within you, my child, not solely from intellectual reasoning. Even when your path feels barren or dry, continue onward, knowing I am at work to bring renewal and vitality. My solace is not always the immediate removal of hardship, but the provision of inner fortitude to endure it. Profound shifts occur, not because I altered your external circumstances, but because I transformed your heart. This internal process allows you to know me more intimately, recognizing me not merely as the one who resolves issues, but as the one constantly present with you. Whether conditions are peaceful or you are still anticipating calm reliance on me as the path forward, guiding you from your current place toward the benevolent future I have pledged, my beloved one. Each stride on that journey demonstrates your faith in my constancy, more than in what feels convenient at this moment. Whenever you choose thankfulness over grievance, or quiet dependence instead of doubt, you strengthen the ground beneath you. A future time awaits when you will look back and realize you navigated situations you once considered impassable. Do not let periods of waiting convince you that I am distant. My beloved, I am not slow. My enduring peace reflects the profound affection I hold for you. I have not overlooked you. I am arranging something far more magnificent than you can envision. I perceive your entire being. I am active in ways you cannot currently discern, bringing all elements into perfect alignment at their appointed time, guided by their proper connections. During this season of expectation, I invite you into my serene peace. This interval of waiting is not for anxiety, but for steadfast confidence. Embrace this truth firmly. The one who began a good work within you will assuredly complete it, my precious one. You do not need to grasp the method of my achievement, only that I am bringing it to pass, and you are not tasked with preventing everything from collapsing, for I am the one sustaining you. My child, understand that the stillness you now carry is not an end point, but a beginning. It is the solid ground from which your next steps will emerge. Do not measure your progress by visible events or the applause of others. Measure it by the unwavering calm within your spirit. This quiet certainty is the true indicator of your growth, a sign of how deeply you have allowed my presence to settle within your core. Your path ahead might not always be clear to your sight, my cherished one, but it is always clear to me. I have already prepared the way, smoothing out what appears rough and illuminating what seems dark. Your task is simply to continue walking in trust, knowing that each moment is part of a larger, benevolent design. The strength you gained through past difficulties is not meant for mere survival. It is given to you for deliberate action, for extending my peace into places that need it. You are equipped now, my beloved, not with loud pronouncements, but with an inner resonance that shifts atmospheres. Do not hesitate to step into situations where your calm presence is required. I am with you in every interaction, guiding your discernment, empowering your quiet influence. Let your internal stability be your compass, always directing you toward what honors truth and brings clarity. There will be times when the world around you demands a swift response, but remember the stillness you have cultivated. It is in that quiet space that my wisdom resides, ready to flow through you. You are not alone in any decision, my precious one, for my counsel is ever present, waiting for your attentive spirit. Your future is unfolding according to a design that holds all goodness for you and for others through you. My beloved child, the peace you now embody is not a fragile thing, easily broken by the world's clamor. It is a deep wellspring within you, continually renewed by my spirit. Do not fear the unknown steps ahead, for I have already walked them with you in my foresight. The quiet wisdom you carry will illuminate your path, revealing opportunities for grace and moments for steadfastness. Your purpose is not to overcome every obstacle through struggle, but to navigate each turn with the same calm assurance that has brought you this far. Others will sense this settled spirit within you, and some will find solace, while others may still feel stirred to examine their own hearts. This is not your burden, my cherished one, but a natural unfolding of the truth you represent. Remember, your strength is not in forceful declarations, but in your unyielding presence, a testament to my constant hand upon you. Every breath you take, every choice you make from this place of inner peace becomes a quiet ripple of my love in the world. Trust in this unfolding, my child, for I am guiding every beat of your heart. My beloved, the foundation I have laid within your spirit cannot be shaken. No sharp words can remove the deep knowing that grew from your pain and my nearness. No difficult period can unsettle the life that rests firmly on who I am, for I do not change. A quiet strength lives inside you, upheld by my very essence, always revealing what is good and true at the proper moment. Your greatest achievements are not what delight me. Rather, it is your everyday walk in honesty and plainness. You have stayed close, my child, and your inner self has absorbed these words I have spoken. Your careful listening to my voice pleases me, confirming the yearning spirit I placed within you. You walked through times that others could not understand, facing challenges that were, in truth, my gentle hand shaping you. The inner resolve that formed in those hidden times is now clear for all to see. Never underestimate the profound change that has occurred within you, my cherished one. Now let the reality of who you have become shine forth. This is your sacred calling, to keep moving forward in the deep calm I have placed within you, no matter the turmoil around you. Come back to me for further understanding, for I have more to share. My guidance does not falter. My presence is always near. My protection is your sure refuge. My calm is your enduring treasure. Find your secure rest, my beloved one, within my arms that will never let you go. And now, my child, open your heart to the next words I have ready for you.